Ah, yes. Chatsworth, Georgia. It's definitely a town that ain't exactly easy to get to from Rockmart, but for Jacket Nation, the drive was definitely worth it on Friday night. Rockmart stays perfect in the region and comes home with a big win over Murray County. Stay tuned for highlights and the scoreboard after a word from our sponsor. This PolkSportsWire video is brought to you by Atrium Health Floyd, who take care of our athletes in the Polk School District on the sideline of games and can take care of you and your family's health if you need a checkup or more specialized care. Visit floyd.org to learn more and check online at Polk Today to learn more about staying healthy in between visits with our regular Live Well Polk updates. Thanks again to Atrium Health Floyd, sponsors of this and other local content at PolkSportsWire and PolkToday.com. A road trip north for week 9 of the season found Rockmart in the perfect spot to be in the latter half of the season. A 4-2 record combined with an undefeated streak heading up against a team who hasn't won a game in a long time, so expect this one to be what it was. Murray won the toss and took the ball first, but they didn't get anywhere even after a decent starting point. But the Jackets didn't make it any better after Aaron Flood gets completely engulfed by the Rockmart defense on one of the first plays under center for the Murray County Indians. Out came the punter, and the result was the best way for the Jackets defense to come out and score big. Rockmart gets the punt block, and Nazir Turner not only gets his hands on the ball for the block, but he also scoops it up in the end zone for the touchdown. Next possession, Murray ball. Indians Christopher Hernandez had nowhere to go against the Rockmart defense. It really doesn't get any better for him here on out. Next play, Indians quarterback Aaron Flood tries for a pass on third down. He goes deep, and Dennis Sims wasn't the intended receiver, but still has the moves to score for a touchdown with a lot of blocking help from the rest of the defense. PAT good, 14-0 Rockmart in the first quarter. Brent Washington gets into the backfield and knocks Flood down without issue during the next Murray County possession. They eventually punted it off back to Rockmart. Finally, Rockmart's offense is on the ball, but this one didn't go well for JD Davis, who fumbled his first time touching the ball. It was the only really good thing that happened for the Murray County defense all game. Next play, let's take a look at one of 3 Jacket touchdowns erased off the board. JoJo Haynes gets the handoff, and he winds his way around the Murray defense like he's playing Madden with cheat mode on. Unfortunately, this one was called back on an illegal procedure call. Rockmart would have laundry flying on the field against the Jackets all night long. A few plays later, Jackets still have the ball, and Haynes gets the handoff again, and this time no mistakes as he jogs in for 6 on the run, completely untouched by the Indians. Jackets up 21-0 after the PAT. Next possession, Murray ball, and handoff goes to Garrett Patterson this time. He is swallowed up by the Rockmart defense. Indians ain't going nowhere on the ground or in the air, apparently. Back on offense, Rockmart ball, Brent Washington gets the handoff, and he always makes his touchdown runs look like he's practicing midweek when he goes in for the score. Jackets up 28-0 after the run-in and the PAT, keeping this one perfect so far. Great job, Brent Washington. TD number 2, erased by a penalty flag, was also a beautiful one. Tyshawn Johnson, this one is for you. He must have taken the control away from JoJo because he is cutting and avoiding tackles all over the place with the help of some block maneuvers. He's on fire after that run, but that dirty yellow laundry again. The coach even had a long conversation about the call with the refs after, but so goes for Jacket Nation. Johnson had a third TD raced later in the second quarter. It's now second quarter. Jackets still have the ball, and Callian Thompson is under center. He makes the pass play to Nazir Turner, and he doesn't have any real opposition getting in for another touchdown. Rockmart moves to 35-0 early on in the second quarter. Murray ball, Aaron Flood fumbles the snap, and the Rockmart defense is right there to smother any chances to recover the play. Rockmart ball, handoff to Washington. He pushes his way for a big first down play. Jackets made a point of working on third down plays on Friday night as if it was a mid-season scrimmage. Not long after, JD Davis makes the handoff to Cam Ferguson. He jogs his way in for a touchdown too. Jackets celebrate afterwards, and with the PAT are up 42-0 in the first half. Ferguson gets a smile in afterwards, and he's getting big numbers on the season with handoffs for touchdowns. Okay, Jackets younger kids are in later in the game. Hagen Sharp is under center. Anson Hyde gets the handoff, and he rambles in for a touchdown as Murray County just can't stop anything Rockmart throws at them on the night. But as the clock was stopped very late in the game on a Murray County drive-by timeouts, they had one last chance to score with 7.3 seconds left. Jackets up 49-0, and they are on the 3-yard line. Hayden Betterton comes in under center after Flood was injured, and he gets a pass off that was caught, but he was tackled short. Jackets young guys close out the game with a goal line stand. Rockmart wins 49-0, and with this one they move to 5-2 on the season and remain perfect in 7AA play this year as they continue to push for another region title in 2022. They now sit at top of the region as well, since everyone else is eating their young in 7AA, but more on that in a minute. But let's hear from Coach Parson postgame about his thoughts on how the squad played.
So the whole goal and the message this week was for us to play Rockmart football and to be 3-0 in a region to put us in a position to be 4-0. So we did that, and we challenged our guys, especially our older bunch, that hey, we need to come out fast against this group and play physical and execute, and we did that. Our defense got 14 points before the offense even got on the field. So we did a lot of good things, but then also we had some pre-snap penalties. We had some post-snap penalties. We got, obviously, in football, there's always room for improvement, and that's the beauty about this game of even the highs of highs, you can look within those and see the mistakes and still coach. These kids have responded this week. They've responded really for the last 3 to 4 weeks, and we're getting close. We're getting close to be the team that we thought we could be when we started this thing in the summer. So super proud of our kids. I'm so proud that we got to play a lot of guys tonight to get them some grass experience, and I'm super proud for our older guys to sit on the sideline and cheer for them. That last goal line stand right there, it means something to Rockmart football on defense side of the ball when we can get a shutout. You can see our older guys cheering our younger guys on to get that stop. And that was what
huge stop there at the end of the game.
That makes you enjoy what you do. And so just super proud of our players, and now we get home and go back and get ready for senior night against Gordon Central.
Rockmart also celebrated another milestone for Coach Parson. He now has the most wins of any Jacket head coach of the program's long storied history. Y'all go watch a video on that we posted in the middle of the night. We have a link in the description, or just go to PolkSportsWire.com. Okay, sports fans, it's time for the area scoreboard. A large number of teams were off tonight, but I promised an update on the high drama happening in 7-5A, so I'll get there in a minute. Since 7-4A teams were off this week, let's look at 2 scores from 7AA. North Murray and Fannin County tangled up, and this one got into basketball score territory. Rebels win this one 68-42. Fannin has been an up-and-down squad so far this year, but have a playoff spot if they can hold on to 4th place right now. Great job knocking the Mountaineers off the top of the hill in 7AA. Monell took down Harrelson, and though it wasn't a Rockmart blowout, the 34-3 score now puts the Blue Devils tied for 2nd place in the region with North Murray. Gordon Central was off. They play the now 1st place Rockmart next week when the Jackets come home one last time for senior night hosting the Warriors. Okay, let's work from north to south for the rest of the area scoreboard. Dade County in 7A took a win on Friday night against Coosa. Final score 44-14. Good job, Wolverines. Up in Trine, it was a battle of next-door rivals in Chautauqua County. Indians went to play the Bulldogs Friday night, and Trine came away with a big one, 42-0 win. Trine only has a single loss on the season so far. They sit 7-1. Floyd County, the only local matchup was Pepperell at Darlington. Tigers win big, remain region leaders with a 34-14 victory. That one was closer than it looks by the final score, at least in the first half. Moving ways southward down Highway 27, one of the mighty teams continues to seek a perfect season. Carrollton 42, Pepperell 12. I think what's more surprising is that teams are scoring against the University of Carrollton at this point, not that the Trojans are winning. Carrollton is 8-0 now. Look for them to continue to be undefeated this year. They've got a shot for the title. Bowden 42, Christian Heritage 21. The Red Devils are 7-1 after this result. Looking forward to a region title for them in 2022. They should make the playoffs. Lamar County 52, Temple 0. Horrible night for the Tigers. Better luck next week, Temple fans. 4-4 seasons so far, y'all. Still have a playoff shot. Just keep working at it. Let's take a look at our neighbors over in Paulding County really quick. Oh man, the Wolfpack must be mad about this one. Harrison wins 24-21 over North Paulding. A shocking outcome considering that Harrison came into this one with just a single win on the season. East, South, and Paulding County were off on Friday night. With our other Paulding County team, it's time to check in on the drama in 7-5A. Remember how Dalton was the region leader last week? That remains the case as well this week. Catamounts survived Cass, went out 31-28 in regulation. This one was closer for a while than the Hurricanes would have liked. Cartersville 44, Hiram 26. There's our Paulding County team. Now, at one point, the Hornets were only down 21-20 in this game. They are better than they look on paper with the 4-4 record, and they are definitely going to be in the playoffs this year if this keeps up. Expected outcome here, Calhoun 49, Woodland 0. Now it comes down to the next few weeks for Dalton. They have to finish out perfect to avoid a 3rd place regulation in the playoffs if they get there at all. Calhoun and Cartersville remain the last 2 weeks up for them for the season. I don't expect miracles, but who knows? 2022 has been kind of a weird year. Okay, so next week we got a Cedartown at Sonoraville matchup to go to. Jackets are back home with Gordon Central for senior night. Will I make it to a game? We'll see. After losing my long lens to an accidental dunking into my full cup of coffee on Saturday morning, who knows at this point? So yeah, subscribe to PolkSportsWire for $4.99 a month. Kevin the editor needs a new camera. I'll be back on the sidelines one way or another. See y'all soon.